Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my record collection. It is pretty large, but it's never going to be exactly what I want because I'm always wanting new records. I'm always looking for new music and discovering new music and things like that. So I will never be completely happy with my collection. So I just figured, why keep putting this video off and wait for new records to come in when I could just show you what I have right now, because I do love all of my records right now. So I figured this would be a perfect video for this week. Also, I want to say that I'm now going to be posting every Monday of the week. I was going to do every Monday and Friday, but time is not really allowing me to film that many videos at once. So I am going to be filming once a week, and that day is going to be Monday. So I will see you every Monday from now on. So today's video, like I said, is going to be my record collection. I do have quite a bit here, so let's just jump right into it. Most of these records I get from a record store in McAllen, Texas, and it is called Valley Vinyls. So I will have their Facebook page linked down below if you guys want to check them out. They are an incredible store. The people who run it are absolutely amazing. If you ever just want to go and just chill, listen to music, and have good conversation, that is the place to go. But yeah, I get most of my records there, like the older ones. The newer ones, Barnes & Noble, and then the really old ones I usually get from my mom, because my mom has a huge record collection and she decided to give me some of my favorite ones. So let's just jump right into it. They're like in alphabetical order. So first one is ABBA, and this is the Super Trooper album. I love ABBA. I love everything ABBA. I wish I had the Greatest Hits album, but this will do. My favorite song here though is, I'm gonna have to say, it's a tie between Super Trooper and The Winner Takes It All for me. Those are my tops in this album. This one is another one of my favorite albums, or favorite soundtracks, and if any of you know me, you know that this is like my #1 favorite movie of all time. So when I saw this at Barnes & Noble, I was like, I need it! And I had been looking for this for a few years now, and I couldn't find it anywhere because I guess they weren't selling them or they hadn't been made. I don't know. I really don't know. Because I knew that there must be a record on this soundtrack, but I couldn't find it at any stores. So before I got this one, my mom actually got me this one. This one just has one song, and it's Do You Love Me? But that's a great song and it's a great vinyl. But in this one, I mean, every one of these songs is just amazing. But I guess if I had to choose one, I'll give you my top 2 because I don't think I can choose one. She's Like the Wind by Patrick Swayze. Just amazing. It's an amazing song. And then I really love Where Are You Tonight in this one as well. So those are my 2 favorite ones. Next up, I got me some Ed. I got 2 Eds. The first one is the plus sign one, the orange one. And this one reminds me so much of high school because I listened to this so much in high school. Well, actually, I listened to both of them, but this one was like early years and this one was like senior year of high school. But this one brings back so many good memories. My favorite songs. Honestly, guys, this is one of those albums that you need to listen to all of it. If you haven't heard this album or this album, listen to every single song from start to finish. You won't regret it because Ed Sheeran is like a musical genius, and the fact that he could put his thoughts into words and make it into such beautiful music is just like mind-blowing to me. He's just amazing. So to pick one song off of this album, it's super hard. But my favorite song, oh my gosh, let me just tell you all the songs so that you know, okay? Because this one I can't pick 2, I can't pick 1, like I have to tell you a lot of them. I'm sorry. But my favorite, Lego House, You Need Me, I Don't Need You, that one is just like crazy. Kiss Me, Give Me Love. I think Give Me Love is probably one of my favorite songs ever because it's just so like beautiful, so raw. And it's just such a weird song. Like, it goes through so many different emotions in one song. You have to listen to it turn off all the lights, listen to it by yourself. You will be transported into another world. That's all I'm gonna say. So those are like my favorite ones. Also, can we just take a moment to look at the record itself? It's orange. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? Oh, I love it. I love it. And then this one as well. Listen to it from start to finish, guys. You will not be disappointed. This one is just... This one... Oh, man. I kind of like this one more because it's more real, you know? Like this one, he was just starting to figure out the kind of music he wanted to do. It's very like slow, sad kind of music, I guess. Not really sad, but just like beautiful and slow music, I guess. This one is more like him. It has a mixture of his like rap, his R&B, his slow songs, his fast songs. Everything that you could want in music, this is it. And then, I mean, look at this album. It's incredible. And I saw him live when he did the tour for this one. Oh gosh. And this one too. This one has a lot of cool stuff in it as well. The sleeves itself, like this has a little cat with the Pharrell hat. I think that's so cool. And then this one has the X's and the O's. Okay, so my favorite song off of here, the first song I read, One is like the song of senior year. I remember one day we were having a get together with our friends, and I think a group of us, like maybe 4 of us, were in my car because at that time I was one of the only ones that drove, so I was like everyone's ride. So we were in the car and we had already like gone to the house, like we already got to the place we were going to be, and this song came on and we were all just sitting in the car like silent listening to this song. A few people were crying. Like this is a song that just like hits you, you know? That song was amazing. So One is probably my favorite song on here. But also, I always say this wrong, Tenerife, that song is beautiful. That song is beautiful. Like I want someone to love me as much as Ed Sheeran loved whoever this was written for. That song is freaking amazing. And also A Fire Love is awesome. Great tunes in this one. Freaking love it. Next one, Elvis Love Songs. And this one my mom gave to me. And this has 16 original hits. And my favorite song, I don't even have to think about it. My favorite song probably of all time. Like, I'm going to get married to this song. Quote me on that. I love Can't Help Falling in Love with You. That is my favorite song. My favorite love song of all time, people. Can't Help Falling in Love. Next up is the Grease soundtrack. And this one is actually my mom's, so it's one of the first ones that were released. I don't know. 1978. This was released in 1978, people. It's really old. So I try to take as much care of it as possible because I don't want to ruin it. But this one, I mean, who doesn't love Grease? If you've watched the movie, you understand that every song in the soundtrack is amazing. If you haven't watched this movie, have you been living under... Oh my god, she scared me. Chloe! See, she's as excited as Grease as I am. My favorite song off this album, or songs, Hopelessly Devoted to You, Sandy. Also, I never really paid attention to this song in the original movie, but during Grease Live, it's my favorite song off of that soundtrack, and that is Those Magic Changes. So those are my faves. Next up, I have John Travolta. I don't really listen to this one all that much. I've listened to it a few times, and I remember really liking A Girl Like You. So I would say that's my favorite from this album. Next up, my man Kenny Rogers. I love Kenny Rogers. This is the greatest hits album, and let me tell you, every single song in this album is amazing. My favorite ones through the years, You Decorated My Life, She Believes in Me. They're all great songs, amazing love songs. Kenny Rogers is like my man. I freaking love him. Go listen to this one, it's awesome. Another one of my beautiful men, Lionel Richie. I have 2 Lionel Richies here. Guys, let me just tell you, these are like spotless. They look brand new, like no one ever touched them. I got these at Valley Vinyls for $5 each. $5 each. And this one actually like has a stamp, and it says Property of Motown Records, for promotion only. Sale is unlawful. So I'm wondering, like, was this actually like at Motown? How did it end up in McAllen? But this one, Dancing on the Ceiling, is one of my favorites because it has Don't Stop, Dancing on the Ceiling, Love Will Conquer All, Say You, Say Me. Great tunes on this one. And then, I mean, just look at him. That's awesome. I love Lionel Richie. This one too. This one has a cool picture of him as well. And this one has All Night Long, best song ever, Penny Lover, Hello, which is like my inner stalker really understands the meaning behind hello. It's like my song, so Hello is my favorite on this one. Next up, I have Michael Jackson, the King of Pop, and this is Bad. And I mean, let me take it out of its sleeve. Just look at the actual like record. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. I don't know what else to say. This is amazing. It's amazing. But I mean, every song on here is awesome. Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, Dirty Diana, Smooth Criminal, Man in the Mirror. These are like iconic songs in here, and this is probably one of my favorite records that I own. Next up, another one that my mom gave me and I don't really listen to a lot is Menudo. She gave this to me because this was like her Jonas Brothers, and by that I mean I'm in love with the Jonas Brothers, and this was like her Jonas Brothers in her time, so she wanted me to have a little piece of her childhood with her. The only song I really know on here is, I think it's Chiquitita. I remember liking that one, so that's my favorite from this one. Does this even have a name? It just says Menudo Collection. I don't know. Next up, my loves. One Direction. This is the 4 album. This is also the last album that Zayn was in. Tear. This one, just amazing. I really want to get my hands on Midnight Memories, like that is on my bucket list, but they are so expensive because they only made a few that year, but I'm gonna get that before I die, quote me. But yeah, One Direction 4, great album. My favorites, 18, Fool's Gold, Stockholm Syndrome, Clouds. Those are my favorites. If you haven't listened to this album, go listen to it. I know a lot of people are kind of like shying away from One Direction because they think it's for kids. Take a listen to these songs because they are not made for kids. I promise you that. So just go listen to it and I'm sure you'll fall in love with them. Next up, REO Speedwagon. I got this at Valley Vinyls too for $5. It was such a steal. My favorite song on here is Keep On Loving You. When you put this on, it's just like one of those songs that you're like, oh, you know? Does that make sense? I'm sure you guys have songs that make you do that. But that song is like, it's like a screamer. You have to like put it on full blast and you have to scream it. Does that make sense? I love that song. So that is my favorite one from this one. Next up, another one that my mom gave me, Saturday Night Fever. I love this album. Great movie as well. This one's really old. Like the actual record falls out from the bottom. So I have to be really careful with this one because it's really old. This one is from 1977. And my favorite songs, Staying Alive, If I Can't Have You, More Than a Woman, Night Fever. I mean, every song that the Bee Gees made that is in this album is a must. Next up I have Speedo Presents Let Your Feelings Show, and this has Kinks, Journey, Cheap Trick, Kiss, all great people. My favorite songs, I Want You to Want Me by Cheap Trick, Any Way You Want It by Journey, I Was Made for Loving You by Kiss. They're all great. They're all great songs. I love this album. Another one that my mom gave me that I never really listened to, but she gave it to me because this is also one of her like childhood crushes, and this is Shaun Cassidy. This one doesn't really have a name, so I guess it was like his self-titled album. I don't even know if he had like more albums, but this is a Shaun Cassidy album. And the only song that I'm okay with listening to is Da Do Ron Ron by Shaun Cassidy. It's pretty good. I don't really listen to it, but he's cute, and it's funny because my mom, as you can see, she gave me a few that she loves and that she wanted me to love as well, but it didn't really happen. Like, she's obsessed, or she was obsessed with Menudo. She was obsessed with Shaun Cassidy, and I listened to it and I'm like, how is this even music? But you never know. I guess maybe my kids will also be thinking that about my One Direction album. I hope not. Next up is Taylor Swift 1989, and if any of you know me, you know that I hate Taylor Swift. I'm not really a fan of her as a person, but I can listen to her music. And last summer, not the summer that just passed, but last year's summer, this was like our soundtrack to our summer. All these songs are really good. Can't lie, like, I don't like Taylor Swift, but this album is really good. This is what the inside looks like. It's really cute. My favorite songs off of here: Style, I Wish You Would, and Wildest Dreams. Those are my favorite songs from this album. Next up, this is my favorite record that I own. It is my baby. I listen to this every single day of my life. If not on a record player, in my car. I'm always listening to this album. And that is the 1975 I Like It When You Sleep, For You Are So Beautiful Yet So Unaware of It. Yes, that is what the album is called. It says right here, I like it when you sleep, for you are so beautiful, yet so unaware of it. It's a beautiful title, and it's so different because no one is going to name their album that, but the fact that they named it that is just like, it's badass, and it's exactly what the 1975 is. They're not what anyone expects, but they are incredible. They are one of my favorite bands out there because exactly what I said about Ed Sheeran, how he's a musical genius. Matty Healy is a musical genius, and that poor boy, a lot of stuff has happened to him in his life, and the fact that he can put all of his emotions into words and make such beautiful, authentic music that just, it makes you feel like you're alive. That's how I feel when I listen to this album. I feel alive. It's just awesome. And then look at the inside. Everything about the 1975 is beautiful. It's like, it's art. It's art and music. That is what it is. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite song on here because I'm not kidding you when I say there is not one song on this entire album that I do not like. They're all beautiful. Even the instrumental ones that don't have any words in them, I listen to them and it's like I'm singing along to it even though there's no words. It's so weird. My favorite song though, my favorite song to like dance to are Love Me, She's American, and The Sound. Those will like get you off, you know? If you want to like sit and have a relaxing night in with like a glass of wine, the best songs are Please Be Naked, Paris, Loving Someone. Those are like those kinds of songs. And then songs that just like hit you in the feels, that if you listen to by yourself, just really absorbing the lyrics, they will make you cry. That is If I Believe You, which is amazing. Like, I can't imagine what he was thinking when he was writing that song. That song is amazing. So If I Believe You, Nana, which is about his grandma, it's really sad, and She Lays Down, which is about his mom, which is also super sad. Those songs will make you cry. The actual record itself is freaking beautiful. It all goes like with it. It's clear, and then like the lettering inside is like a really light pink. Oh, it's just, guys, if you haven't heard the 1975 and you're looking for some amazing music that will just rock your world and make you a different person, listen to the 1975. Listen to this album. I really like it. I like their first album too, but it's more like slow music, and there's a lot more dance music in this one. Alright, enough on that one. And last but not least is this one, and I got this at Valley Vinyls in the dollar bin, and I saw it. I love Hawaii. I thought the guy on the album was cute, and it was $1, so I decided to pick it up. And actually this album is the best album to listen to when you want to have a relaxing night in and just like be with yourself, you know? This one is very soothing, all the songs, and of course there's some like cool dancey songs because it is Hawaii, but my favorite song in here is Love Song of Kahlua and Blue Hawaii and Lay of Memories. Those are my favorite songs off of this one. And I don't even think I said what this was called, but this is Waikiki Ed Kamanaloha Kenny. Actually recorded in Hawaii. That's what it says. And this is a really old album. It's from, I want to say the 30s or the 40s, because it doesn't say on here, but I googled it and I remember it being like 35 or 40. So it's a really old album, but it's awesome. So that is all for my record collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any recommendations on any albums or like artists that I should listen to, please leave them down below. I'm always open for new suggestions. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it. And also subscribe if you haven't already by clicking that little red button down below so it can notify you when I upload a new video. As always, thank you so much for watching my video. I love you all, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye!